Hey everyone, Mary Pat here, and today I'm going to be making a card with a lot of different fun products. So the first thing that I'm going to be using is this Coordinations Craft, and I have to say I am totally addicted to it. So I'm starting with the A2 base, and then I've got this great yellow heart Lawn Fawn paper that I have, and then I've got the Lawn Fawn die, and again I'm addicted to this right now. And I've already cut that out in my craft, and I am going to be decorating this journaling card. And so I'm going to be focusing here on that. And I've got this brand new set, Hello Sunshine, and I want to be using a lot of this. Now, I'm going to start off with the clouds. And I'm using the Avery L pigment ink that's white, and this is new, and I absolutely love it on the craft paper. So I'm stamping my clouds. I'm going to be stamping three clouds randomly placed at the top of my card. And some of them I'm going to have kind of set off the card so that they're kind of going off, and then I have the one that's right there. Now with the pigment ink, it takes a little bit of time to dry, so either you can let it dry it by itself or you can zap it with a heat gun. I zapped mine with a heat gun, and just to speed up the process a little bit on that. And so now I've got the clouds and they're all dry. And now I'm going to be taking my Jenny Bolin ink, and I love this navy blue. It's a real true navy blue. And this is sort of like an outline of the cloud. Now you can make it so that it outlines the cloud perfectly, but I'm going to kind of offset it just a little bit. So it's not directly where it's supposed to be. I kind of like that look a little bit. So again, I'm just making it a little bit off instead of being directly on it. And so then my last one, and I really like how that navy blue shows up on the white ink. I think that looks really good. So next I want to start with the bottom of the card, and I'm going to use in the stamp set, they have this like long piece, and that's going to be like a line for some birds to sit on. So I'm just kind of trying to decide where I want it. And I'm going to be using, once again, the Jenny Bolin ink. And I've kind of placed it on, the nice thing about the wire is that you can put it the way you want to put it. And so I've kind of have it curved just a little bit, just to so that it's just not a straight line. And I've got that, and that's looking good. And next from the set, I want to be using these great little birds, and I think they are so cute. And I'm going to be using two of them, and I'm going to be once again stamping them in that Avery L, the white pigment ink. And so I have that. I'm going to put the first one down, and you don't need to press too hard with this ink on there. So that looks really good. And now I'm going to place the second one. And again, this time I'm just going to let that air dry, because I'm going to be working on another part of the card. And so I'll come back to that when it's totally dry. Next, I want to add up in the clouds a burst, the sunburst, and I'm going to be using my the color is called Chicken Feed from the Jenny Bolin ink. And again, I'm just placing that a little off center so that some of the sun is kind of like off on that. So it's just peeking through the clouds, and I really like how that looks. Now, next, I'm picking out from the Hello Sunshine paper pad. I'm trying to find a kind of like a pattern that I can stamp on. I want to do a speech bubble, and so that I can have a clean stamp on it. So I think I'm going to go with this light blue paper, and that looks really good. So now I'm breaking out some different Lawn Fawn stamps. So I have a sentiment stamp, and I'm going to be using that Good Luck, and then I'm going to be placing it in a speech bubble from that set. So I think I'm going to be using the first speech bubble, and I'm just going to, again, I'm using that blue ink from Jenny Bolin, and I've got that, and I'm just going to kind of, then I have the matching dies, and I'm going to just kind of cut out the paper and then place that and line that up. And then what I'm going to do is I use some washi tape, and or if you have like a low tack paper, some tape or whatever, and I'm just going to place that right there so it stays, because you don't want that moving around when you run it through your Cuttlebug or Revolution. And so that looks perfect. And now I'm going to take that Good Luck sentiment, and I'm going to stamp it once again in that Jenny Bolin ink. And I'm going to put that on there, right in there, just trying to line it up. And that looks good. And I left a little bit of space to the right because I want to add the cute exclamation point. So I've got Good Luck on there. Now I want to color my birds, and I've got the brand new Spectrum Noir Blendable Pencils. I'm going to be doing a video on these by themselves, but I really just wanted to play and work with these and color on craft paper. And so I've got these three blues that I'm going to be using. I believe they were 74, 75, and 76. And so now I am with the lightest shade, just going in and coloring each of the birds. I love like little blue birds on this. And so I'm coloring them. I have to say just real briefly that I've only used these pencils once and this was for this card, and I absolutely love them. So I can't wait to share some more projects that I have coming up with these pencils. So now I'm going in with the medium shade, and again I'm just going right on top of it, and I'm adding in on his tail area and on his back and on his belly, just a little bit of the darker medium shade on there. And now I'm going with the darkest shade, and I'm just adding just a little bit of the darker color right at the end. And now that I've got those, you can see that they already look really good right now, blended. But I just want to take my paper stump and my Gamsol, and I'm just going to kind of smooth out the lines just a little bit so that it looks all blended and perfect. And boy, I was really impressed with how well it did that on there. So then I've got the one, and again I'm just going over real quickly, really lightly, and just kind of spreading that all out and making that look really even and nicely blended. And that looks good. Now I just want to go back and I just want to add just a pinch, smoothing in some of the lighter shades around the eye, and then I want to just add a touch of the darkest shade and just put a little bit on the dark on the tail right there. So I'm just adding a pinch more, and just to give it a little bit more of a little definition right there. And that works perfectly on there. So I just go back a little bit with my Gamsol and my paper stump and rub that out. And I really like that. I really like the pencils. And there's a little closer look on that. Now, going back with, now that I've colored those, I'm going back and I'm putting some foam squares on my speech bubble, and then just to give the card a little bit of dimension, and I'm going to add that in there so that the little bird's saying good luck, and I like that. And so now the card is finished. So now I just want to layer it all up, and so I'm placing my pattern paper on top of my craft, and then on top of that I am going to take my journaling card and I'm going to be adding some foam tape to that, and then adding that, and then I do have the foam squares are the same size, so that just to put a little bit in the middle, and then add that to the center of my card, and then it makes a really quick and easy card, and putting that there. So I'm going to be giving this card to my son on the first day of school, just for a little something different to tell him good luck. So then all I need to do is attach this to a card base, and I'm done. I hope you liked seeing all of the different products that I used in this. Have a great day. If you like the video, please push like. Thanks so much. Bye.